Well, I just want to give you what's going on because this is going to be a different insight as to actually why silver, gold, oil, palladium, platinum actually is dropping so much. And it's my own analysis. I didn't read it anywhere, but it's pretty much going along with anything that's been going on in the past. If you go all the way back to the 90s, well, let's put out some obvious facts here that Putin is not playing ball with the West or the Rothschilds or whatever the hell it is, but he's his own crook. I recognize he's his own crook. He's not a good guy either. Now, the way to actually punish Putin is through commodities. Commodities, especially oil. But it's like all of them. It's not just so when oil drops, and like I said, well, I can't. It's hard to predict what the heck's going to happen sometimes. But when oil goes way up, that's where you're going to see silver and gold go up, especially gold first, and silver will take off. It should be due to the typical thing that always happens is tensions in the Middle East. What's surprising today, even now, is that even the mainstream analysts are saying, wow, that's crazy that even with all the Middle East tensions, the oil prices have been taking a hit, right? But I see something else coming on because Putin is not playing ball. They actually stopped him. They stopped Russia from getting more Western technology on oil exploration technology, which will affect them in the medium and the long term. I don't think anybody's going to be telling you this right now, but this is my own. Well, I'm certain on what the reasons are. Except, you know, the one thing is, like, you really can't predict is, well, let me put it this way. Putin was playing ball with all the deal, right? And he was happy with his $70 billion or whatever the hell he's got, 50 to 70 billion. And he was playing ball with the West or all the banksters and all that. In his, like I'm saying again, he's not a good guy himself. But if he's playing ball, the price of oil would be going way up because they would be thinking, fine, you know, he's in with the camp. So he'd make money, and the West would make money, and they allow the Middle East to blow up and everything go way the hell up. Now, I know, like, the mainstream analysts are telling you that oil's going down because the economy must be so bad that there's such a lousy demand for oil. You know, which flies right in the face with everything else they're saying. But it's not just that. They're trying to punish Putin because that's where they get the money from. Now, I just posted something yesterday where the 15th wealthiest Russian businessman, I didn't really get into, you know, it was a fast post, but he's the 15th wealthiest Russian businessman, is being investigated by the Kremlin for this and that and whatever the hell he did. You know, anytime, see what it looks like, that actually raised a lot of eyebrows in Russia. What it looks like, there's a smaller and smaller pool of resources to go around. So, you know, the top dog Putin, you know, it's like Vlad bit Vlad, like it's Vladimir Putin bit this other guy, Vladimir or whatever. I can't even say his name hardly. But that's what's going on. It's like sharks in a fish tank, and the other food ran out, so they're all going to start biting each other. That's what's going on. But you're seeing the price of silver go down, yes, because of manipulation. But it's not, you know, I know people are focused in on silver, but it's all the commodities are going down because Russia gets their money from commodities. It's across the board. It's everything across the board, especially oil, because they're souped up major gas station, you know what I mean? And that's going to hurt them in the pocketbook. Actually, the Soviet Union itself fell apart due to the oil prices dropping so much. And that's when it caused them where they couldn't keep up with the military spending, and they went upside down. Now, I know, so, you know, Russia's not in debt or anything like that, but, you know, when you're hurting them like this, it's going to cause them to not be able to accumulate as much gold, even though the gold price goes down, because it's taking a lot of money out of their pockets. You know, it's taking a lot of money out of their pockets. That's really what's going on. I'm pretty sure it is. There's a battle going on between the West and the East, and it's being reflected in the commodity prices because the Russians have, or Putin, who's not cooperating with the West, is, and I'm just giving it to you straight, you know, now, it's not even my opinion. I know the Western guys, on the business guys, They're evil, greedy bastards, and I know Putin is an evil, greedy bastard. They all are. You know, I mean, you want to side with one over the other, I think you're stupid for doing that. I think they're all evil, greedy bastards. I'm just telling you what's going on with it. What should be happening, though, is that ISIS, I read that ISIS is actually not what you think it is. There's a lot of games going on. There's like a lot of people pushing ISIS, and it's like, it ain't even like a grassroots Muslim organization or anything. It is. That's another thing. But that's another thing. But I know that the powers that be are using this to, create a format of war in over there and be able to get the American public to back that war. And that should bring oil prices up. But it's amazing that it's not. Even the mainstream analysts are saying that's amazing. And they're saying, well, it must be because of, I'm repeating it again, it must be because of, the economy's bad. But it's not just that. It's the fact that they're manipulating them down. Why? Not because they don't like the silver and gold holders or bugs. It's because of Vladimir Putin himself. They want to take as much money out of his pocket as possible. And that's where Russia's a commodity-rich nation. I mean, you could say, oh, what do they do produce for silver? But what I'm saying, when oil and other major commodities go down, they all tend to move together. That's something I was saying, that if there's a big blow up in the Middle East and say temporarily some of the major oil refineries in Saudi get attacked or something, oil can super spike to $200 like in a week. If something drastic, crazy happens, right? And then you will see silver and gold and everything go up along with the oil. Because when oil goes in a major bull run, gold will follow it, and then silver takes off like a rocket. That's what you don't know. I'm kind of expecting that due to all the Middle East tensions that are going on, and so far it hasn't happened. We hit a record low. So now I do expect, I've been saying that, the three scenarios, I put that on another video. I do expect the middle of the financial crisis to be in September 2015. The last time was September 2008. So, it's like every 7 years. I'm thinking this is what's going to happen. I think it's not like something that's a natural thing. There is probably some superstitious astrological type things going on where people are pushing the events this way. But what could possibly happen, though, there could still be a super spike in the metals. Now, I know there was somebody, I don't know who the other guy's name was, I forgot, he was interviewed on some other channel, and he was saying $200 silver by the end of 2014. And now you're seeing it at 17 something. I said that if it takes off very, very fast, beware of the clowns out there that are going to tell you that it's going to go to $100, $200 right away. If it goes through, it could. Silver's crazy like this, though. It don't take, like even in '79 when it jumped up, it was like it was in a couple months, and actually the last week is where it really took off. You don't know. That's just how it is. Don't be afraid to dump it if it does that type of stuff. Don't dump it now, though. Don't dump it now. But if it takes off like a rocket, and it's hard to say how high is high. If it goes through 50, it might go to 72 to 75. Like I've been saying, that's the next fib point. But it may not go quite that high. It might go to 60 to 65. But the thing is, you're gonna when that happens, that's where we're gonna see all the millions of people coming out there telling you $100, $200 silver or more, and they want you to buy it at those real high prices, and then it'll drop. It'll drop again. It's a very volatile metal. All commodities are like, well, palladium could probably be more volatile even than silver. And I said that, but I think the other thing is with palladium, the Russians actually have control of the physical market pretty hard, man. That spot market is BS. Like, in other words, I'm going to tell you right now, if somebody was going to, if I was ever to say sell physical palladium now, and they say, oh, it's down to $8 830 or whatever the hell it is, I'd be telling them, no, man, you give me at least 870 for it, or screw you. That's what I tell them. Go find it someplace. Because I'll bet you, I don't notice, like I didn't look, but I even know way back when the price was crashed, that stuff is hard to find. That stuff is not that easy to find. And if you saw all of a sudden, like I said, there's only like 95% of it is used for industrial purposes, and it's many times more rare than gold. That stuff really will have a problem where if somebody wants to buy that. But the problem is you're not going to have as many buyers for that. That's more of a niche metal buyer. It's not like silver. Everybody knows what the hell it is. But that one can really have a problem. You know, if you see the spot price went to this, it ain't going to mean garbage. As long as you can tell people, hey, you know, I ain't going to sell it for that kind of price. That's why I think it's okay, no matter what. Because Russian tensions are going to drive that metal up, no matter, you know, even if it goes like this, it's going to go up more. It's going to probably be worth more than gold. So, anyway. As far as what's going to happen here in the future, you know, it's like, I don't have the crystal ball out or nothing, but I can tell you the three scenarios are still holding. Now, as far as the Middle East heating up some more, that looks obvious. It's not going away. And it could only be one thing that can drive oil prices up drastically inside of a month. And then they'll come down inside of a week. You know, that's just how it is. So just beware of that stuff. But right now, what they're really doing with these commodity prices is just not manipulation to punish the gold and silver holders or something like that. It's to punish Vladimir Putin. That's what's going on. It's really what's going on. Pretty damn sure of it. Now, you know, would I be able to predict what Vladimir Putin's going to do? Like, I don't know what he's going to do. But it becomes obvious that he's almost got this vision of this greater Russia, almost like Hitler. Hitler had the vision of greater Germany. And, you know, he wants to restore the old Soviet Union, man, basically. So they're knocking him down hard. And, like I said, the big evidence that he's feeling it is that, you know, Big Vlad bit the smaller Vlad over there. And that's why the 15th richest guy in Russia is in big trouble, because they're going to try to take over his assets just like they did with Yukos. All right? Just be patient with this deal, and don't listen to the spiteful that are laughing at people in the silver crowd. You know, you got these people that are like, they laugh and they point fingers at you. You're this and that, and then when the price goes up, they're one of the cheerleaders and they're jumping on the bandwagon. You know, they flip sides in 2 seconds. So if people are pointing a finger at you with, if you have gold and silver, and say, I told you so, they don't know, because they actually, a lot of these people will flip sides left and right. I've been pretty consistent on what I've been saying. But, you know, what I did not expect is that the West would be punishing Vladimir Putin in this. Well, I didn't expect that Vladimir Putin would be doing what he's doing. That's what it is. And I'm not saying he should do whatever he's doing, but actually, you know, what's going to happen is it's going to be bad for him, too. I don't know what the deal is. You see, that's what happens when you got a dictator. Because he just does what he wants. He doesn't really answer to nobody. You know, he's got his big image out there, and it's like, if, you know, the people, the public believes him, it's all about image. It's all about image. He's got a carefully crafted image, so people, you know, support him. But that's part of the game, too. I don't know. I think the West is kind of stupid in a lot of ways, but, you know, I know what they're doing. They're knocking him down pretty hard, and I think when he gets backed in the corner, he's going to start using more military stuff. He probably will. When that happens, you got to make sure that if you're talking about a collapse, you know, if there's actually a military war eventually over the conflict, because it looks like we got the new Cold War going on, and it probably could lead to something a lot worse. You got to make sure you got the 3 F's: the food, fire, power, and fuel. Make sure you got those 3 more than silver. Food, fire, power, and fuel. Make sure you got those 3 more than silver. And I always make sure I got that stuff. But anyway, I'm going to continue on with a lot of these health videos because I think they're extremely important. And I put some stuff out, like if you didn't watch it, about vitamin C, and I kind of got a little more brave about telling you people about the dosages that they were actually mega dosing with, that were far beyond Dr. Linus Pauling. And the only way you can actually take that orally is through liposomol. Now, I knew about some of this stuff, but I didn't really dig into it all the way. But then I got the actual research material in the mail, and I was reading it. I took pictures of it. I PDF'd it, and I was searching through it on the computer, reading it for hours. And I was looking at the studies, and I have been seeing some of the stuff on the internet, but some of the stuff is not. A lot of stuff is not posted on the internet. And I've been realizing, if there's ever some widespread problem, and there's a lot of rampant disease and things like that out there, the vitamin C, intravenous or liposomol, might save your butt more than the silver will. And I'm going to go over something about how to make a type of colloidal silver with much, much, much smaller particles. So I'm going to be doing that too. I got a lot of stuff I want to be doing, but it's like it takes me a lot more time to produce and upload these videos than I thought. And well, partly because I put them on 1080 dots per inch, but and I convert them over to something so they can stream a little faster. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm working on this thing probably 12-15 hours a day with all the research time. So and I work too, besides in a firm. So anyway, that's about all I can give you on this deal, because that's really the real raw deal of what's going on with the silver. And don't let the naysayers laugh at you and things, because a lot of those people are very, very just mean-spirited and spiteful, and the hell with them. Stick with your investment. You don't have to put all your money in silver. It looks like it's going to drop more because of they're punishing Vladimir Putin. The West is punishing Vladimir Putin by dropping the commodities prices. We'll see how long that can go, though. It can't go on forever, I know that.